All right, guys, in today's video, we are going through negotiation strategies, specifically when to start your negotiation. A lot of people wait until after the offer is made, and that is not when it begins. And then the other main thing we want to cover here is what to do when you are offered a job on the spot, and why we always tell our students to never accept a job offer on the spot. So for those of you who are new, I'm Katie. I'm a coach here with Career Sprout, where on average it takes us about 63 days to help somebody transition and increase their salary by about $37,000. So with that, let's dive into the negotiation strategies. All right, guys, welcome to salary negotiations. Now, admittedly, introverts typically appreciate this a lot more because it's far less natural to us. But in reality, this is one of those things that works for everybody. And there's just a lot of misconceptions out there that we're going to go ahead and myth bust today. So, number one, where do most people think negotiations start? A lot of people think, hey, once I get my offer, then I counter offer. That's how negotiations work. In reality, if you are doing that and you're negotiating after you get your first offer, you are likely very underpaid right now. And you will likely continue to be underpaid if that is when you start your negotiations. The reality of it is your negotiations should start here. Now, notice we're going to walk through this a little bit more in depth here, but it starts with talking with hiring managers. And this happens before you even talk to recruiters. So here's the strategy that's going to walk you through. This is the exact strategy our students use. So they network with the hiring managers instead of HR, instead of recruiters, before they even start the interview process. Now, why do they do this? Number one, recruiters are told not to exceed a certain salary range. Whereas if what you expect exceeds, or what you want or how you are valued actually exceeds that range, recruiters are going to automatically disqualify you. Okay. So here are a few bonus tips here. You don't want to pick a number to negotiate based on what you are making today. Okay. That's not how it works. You want to negotiate based on the impact that you're able to make and the value that you bring to the company. So your impact is going to determine your income here. And hiring managers and executives have the authority to go outside of their budget, whereas HR and recruiters typically do not have that. So every interview you go on after that first networking, be a hiring manager or an executive, every conversation, every interview from that point forward is an opportunity to validate your value. Okay. And when you follow this path, this routine, this structure, sequence, whatever you want to call it, you will earn significantly more, right? So very, very important that we start here just with laying the groundwork there. Now, the next big thing here is that you should never accept the first job offer you get, especially not on the spot. So instead, this is what you're going to say. This is so powerful for introverts. Just thank you so much for this exciting news. I can't wait for the opportunity to join the team. Would you mind emailing me the official offer letter and the benefits package? I'd love to review everything so I can get back to you within the next day or two. Okay? Very important that you do not just accept it on the spot. So once they email you, or I should say, why do we send that email? First of all, it's a big decision. Okay, it's a massive life-changing decision, quite frankly. So you should have, plenty of time to sit with it, mull it over before you give an answer. So that way you can be completely confident, yes, this is the right next move so I can grow in my career, not just make these lateral, pivots. Number two, very important here, you need time to assess the total package. There are like 7 things beyond just your base salary that you can and you should look at or consider negotiating in your total comp package. So are there bonuses, stock options? Is the title leverageable so that you can, grow along your career path quicker? How does it compare to other offers that you have? What are additional perks that you may want? Paid time off or, performance bonuses, whatever the case may be, you need to look at that total package. It's very, very tough to do that on the spot. Then number 3, and most important, this first offer that they give you is usually a low ball offer because they are expecting negotiations. Okay. Is that annoying? Yes, I understand. I can say the system's broken, but at the same time, you can leverage the system the way it is right now, so long as you know your worth. right? So this is where you've got to be ready. You have to know your worth. You have to have put in that pre-work before the negotiations even started, so that they see your value. You have been validating your value and the impact that you will have on this company. And then obviously do some logical research. Here are a few places that you can look to gauge what the salary should be for the role, seniority, what other people are making in your area, things like that. So Glassdoor, Comparable, Salary.com, PayScale, Built-in are all pretty good sources for you to go and get those data points from. Now, one of the hardest things about this is that you are responsible for creating this window for it within your conversations. Unfortunately, nobody's going to ask you, hey, here's your job offer. Would you like to negotiate now? That is just not how it works. So what you want to do is get it into an email format. And again, for introverts, it's a game changer. You don't have to negotiate on the phone. You don't need to worry about your tone, any of that stuff. Once you have this set up, once you've gotten to this stage, you've already validated your value, you know what you're worth in the market, awesome. All you have to do is send them one simple email. That's it. One simple email that gives them 3 different options based on, there's a framework here. We've done other videos on it, so I won't go too in depth on it, but it's just a simple email. And a lot of people get nervous, like, oh my gosh, what if they rescind the offer? Well, 99.9% of the time that does not happen because they're expecting that. And you will ultimately walk away and earn so much more knowing that you are actually getting paid what you're worth. You didn't leave anything on the table there. So hopefully this was helpful. If it was, feel free to comment below if there's added things that you guys would like us to do videos on, or subscribe so that you get notified when we do put out more free content, all that good stuff. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one. Hope you're having a good one.